Follow-up question, Nusrat. Nas, thank you. What would you recommend someone who is not in the IT but want to start in IT as a QA? The reason I'm asking these questions, and exactly you said it, thank you. You basically the affirming the what I have been saying. I said it like we normally do the two bootcamp nowadays highly focused. One is the full stack web development, one is cloud ops. In the full stack development, I actually brought the test automation, with the Cypress and the Java. Because you know this, I don't know which stack do you guys use, because the front end is fully dominated by the JavaScript and nobody's going to kill it. So we, in our Marni stack, is fully front and back end. And then also we started bringing the Cypress, which is fully the test automation and the backend automation. So what would be your recommendation for someone, the semi-IT intention to start the IT? Do you recommend them to start the QA, or do you recommend them studying the web development bootcamp or the training? Knowing the situation in the job market today as a manager perspective, or the industry is shifting dynamically. Nobody knows what is happening in the industry today.
Yeah, so that is actually, thank you, Shiblu. Should I call you Shiblu or
Yes, you did.
go by? Okay, okay, thank you, Mr. Shiblu. So the industry, so what I would say is somebody is coming from a non-IT, first, absolutely not an issue. There is absolutely no reason what to think that, hey, I did computer science or programming, and so this is not a right fit for me. And the reason is, even those who studied computer science, so we have, and as I said, and I'm a reporting to me, what I found out is people graduating from grade schools is the things that are taught at school. Those are primarily a hardcore concept, and some of those concepts, I'm not saying it's not helpful, it is helpful, but being successful in the actual industry is a completely different giant, different category. And the primary driver to be successful in a practical industry, actual career, would be two things: personality, having a positive attitude is as a key driver. Two is effort, right? Having a mindset that says I can do it. That is an extremely key element. Big problem that you people face in the actual industry, it could be very wide in nature, very dynamic in nature, something that probably nobody ever encountered in his previous life, or even if let's say I join a different team right now, there's a good chance that I will encounter a problem there that I have never seen throughout my career, even though I may have 15, 20 years experience. So what that means is every single challenge that comes in, you have to look at it completely from a different perspective, with your open eyes, and to understand what is the problem and the root cause of the problem, and then what options I may have to solve this problem, right? And you have to have a critical mindset. So to answer your first question, non-IT is not an issue. The second thing is, where should you start? So again, this is my personal opinion, and people may have a different perspective. There is absolutely nothing wrong to start with the test automation, right? If that gives you a easier path to enter the door, because one of the biggest challenges to coming into the industry for the first time is like, hey, you do not have a good context of the environment that you will be in. What kind of things are done there? How things are done on a daily basis? There might be a lack of that knowledge. There would be lack of that knowledge, right? So there is uncertainty around in the mind. So getting your foot in the door, or that is extremely critical, and that however you feel comfortable with. That would be my opinion is. Now, however the industry is going. Industry is going into I would say automation is the key, right? Where it doesn't matter where you go, what organization you go, whether it's a private organization, whether it's Google or any Fortune 100 companies, all have only one thing. It's like they want automation. And with automation, what you need is those critical skills, ability to understand a problem properly, ability to solve the problem. Again, that requires a critical mindset, right? A critical mindset, the knowledge of what you have. A lot of people don't even know what the problem is. So that's definitely, if you don't know the problem, then you cannot solve it. You have to know what the problem is. And then once you know the problem, then you explore what options are out there. And that requires your technical knowledge and technical skills. And that only comes with the continuous learning and continuous experience. Understand the technical stack that you are in, right? So for example, you may join a organization or a team that heavily does things with the bash script, heavily does things with, let's say, Python, for example, Python programming language and skills. Or it may have some JavaScript or Java or AWS environment. So having those knowledge and skills would be extremely helpful. The only it will come would be continuous practice and learning. So it really doesn't matter in which area you get in, but I would say, continuous learning and practice it would be the critical and the key. And having a positive mindset.
Great.